Over the last 10 years, the state of Georgia has seen many new cities created, the result of efforts which began with the will of one woman to make a change. That woman was Eva Galambos.
The reason I became involved is that I didn't like what was going on in terms of governance and land use and zoning and lack of public services. I just knew that there was a better way to govern Sandy Springs, and it had to be closer to home.
Efforts to incorporate the city of Sandy Springs began in 1966 as a response to annexation attempts by Atlanta and Eva's frustration over local zoning. However, while campaigning for incorporation, she was told that Sandy Springs would become a city when pigs could fly.
We formed a committee, and it was called the Committee for Sandy Springs, and the objective of the committee was to obtain local government.
Eva's swearing in as mayor of the city of Sandy Springs was historic, not only because Sandy Springs was the first new city in the state in almost 50 years, but her desire to govern differently set a new standard that continues to be studied by visitors from around the globe. The public-private partnership that Eva championed was a successful model for Sandy Springs. During her 2 terms as mayor, the city paved more than 147 miles of road and installed 31 miles of brand new sidewalk. The addition of 32 miles of traffic fiber brought under control 129 signals throughout the city. More than 874 stormwater repairs were made, and we invested more than $100 million in capital projects. Under her watchful eye, the city saw the opening of 2 new parks, Overlook Park in 2010 and the Abernathy Greenway Park, which officially opened in 2014. These efforts to improve quality of life and infrastructure were all accomplished with no long-term debt. Eva was the same person in private as she was in public, and for that reason, people trusted and believed in her. Each of the cities following Sandy Springs was built because of Eva's vision, her dedication, and her perseverance. And yes, she could make pigs fly.